It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They motion the tight end over. Here's a throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing it again here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. They'll throw it again. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another throw for O'Connell. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had into the big gain downfield. Touchdown, Atlanta. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting the fullback involved here. And he gets him around 6 there. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dak now from the gun. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Mecole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Caught quick right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now give left side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the market, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's Prescott. That's complete to Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pacheco can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense. That surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys make it a one-score game. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 14-7 game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Setting up a throw. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. A toss snap to Robinson. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. And I'm looking for that to be called again.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's got to gain a 6 there. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 4. Throw left side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bobbled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try and throw it here. The catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. The back grabs it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. That's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after that play. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Mitchell. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. He finds him right side. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but Hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. On target to his man, Tony. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hauled in left side. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a one-score game in the 1st half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Falcons with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. Finds a man right side. Hits to the 10. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. On target to Dobbins. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Complete out to the right. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Pacheco on the toss right side. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and just 2 to go. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Cowboys 14.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the 2nd half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Prescott set to pass. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
First and 10, Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Dak off the play fake. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, kid. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's brought in by Mooney. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. From the 36. He's got him. That's McBride. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Mitchell up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From midfield now. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Cut for big yards on the right side. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the third. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now looking to throw. It's into the hands of Mooney. And that will not be enough for a first down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Running this one left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now Prescott. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
We're down to one quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Cowboys football, and their season's going to be over if they don't erase this deficit. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's Pacheco again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Tight end going in motion here. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 47. Throw left side, complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They're throwing it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to find Trey McBride. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Blast through midfield. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Third and 4 coming up now. Back to throw it. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys in range for a game-winning score. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Davis gets it from the gun. And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's third, less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
marked on first. It's second down. Putting a receiver in motion. That's low and bounces short of his man. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he is to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They take one final knee. Time's going to run out. Brock, their playoff story begins with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they were the top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.